Also, I forgot them at the altar. Did I tell you that?
I saw that. Yeah. It was a good move.
You didn't have a ring boy.
I didn't have a ring boy. But if you watch the video, like about 5 minutes into the ceremony, I start like grabbing all my pockets.
Could be worse.
Could have been worse. I could have left them at
I
the house,
tell, like, because it was right after
the strip club.
Like, you guys had done your personal vows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just before that, and so Erica had done hers, and so on the video, then you just like kind of walk away. And I was like, damn. He was hit by that. It's like, he had to go take a moment.
Thank you. Like, played well then, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was trying to figure out if I could like let people know, like without saying anything. Used all my brain power to like.
Yeah, so just prepare to.
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect.
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
That must be Jeremiah with them.
That train is off the tracks.
Who doesn't love the bouncy castle?
Hitler.
Just prepare to. Just prepare to be awash in undebeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You were listening to the Undebeatables, whenever we get around to it, Pacers podcast, at least in the summer. Today, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. This is episode 779. Coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm your host, Joey Gaffrida, the man behind the dials. This show, we're going to just do a deep dive into the 2025-2026 Pacers schedule, which just came out this week. Joining me this show are all three of our analysts, coast to coast, like buttered toast. First, from the high school home of Jameson Brewer, Silver Spring, Maryland, it's the doctor, Jason Triplett.
What is up, Pacers fans? What is up, Undebeatable? So good to see you guys. Been a short but long summer, I guess. Shout out to the National Guard. Thank you for your service. I mean, you didn't do anything, but shout out. That is all.
From Asheville, North Carolina, he's our in-house bartender, mixing up the drinks in the crappy jingles, and void for prohibited, John Colson.
What is up, Pacer Nation? What is up, Undebeatables? Shout out to my lovely wife, Erica. I got married.
Shout
out.
Also, shout out to all the people on my honeymoon. Apparently, when your team goes to the finals, if you wear a Pacer jersey, or shirt, people want to talk to you about it nowadays. I used to wear, Pacer shirt probably 3 times a week, because it's most of my clothes. And nobody ever said anything about it, but now everybody's got an opinion about the Pacers.
Yep. It's like your fans.
Shout out to America.
Yep.
Right.
And from Tacoma, Washington, out west, it's the unforgettable Enforcer.
What is going on, fellas? Yeah, shout out to my nieces who are both off to college, which is crazy.
Ooh.
No. Where does the time go? And shout out to the Fever hanging on tight to a playoff spot. Thrilling win today against Connecticut. Much needed. Good work.
Shout out.
OT.
In OT
And
against Stephanie White's old team. They did not seem like they wanted to give that away.
Yeah, and at least as of recording, Sophie Cunningham went down with an injury and looked bad. And MRI is scheduled but there's fears that she may be out for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
No.
Joining Sydney
Like flies
Colson
on his
and
team.
yeah, exactly. They're just
Clark, yeah, they're running low on players.
yeah. We're down 3 point guards so far.
And Colson, you mentioned people wearing Pacer. You wearing Pacer stuff. People talking about it. We went to the state fair last week, and of course, this is Indiana, so you're not surprised by it. But there was so much Pacers gear and Fever gear too, where there was lots and lots of people wearing it. People were wearing jerseys. Like, I don't know. I was happy to see it. People are still wearing their gear all over town, like a lot. So more than I remember. So
shout out to the guy at the movie theater in Hyde Park who took his shirt off to show me his Celtics tattoo.
That sounds like a Celtics fan.
Oh, you like the Pacers?
Whoa. Check this out.
Did he get it to celebrate his team being sold? Is that why?
Yeah,
super
this was
excited
before
about
that, I think. Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, before we get into the show, I do want to remind listeners that they can support us, the longest running Pacers podcast, by heading over to patreon.com/undebeatables. You can support us for as little as $1 per month. And gotta say, even over these last few years, we have not changed the minimum donation due to inflation. I think that if we had kept with inflation, it'd be $4, $5, $6 would be the minimum. But we kept it right where it was. We want to let you know that, if you have a single dollar to your name, you can give it to us. So,
Well, and
thanks to
more
everybody who does
importantly,
that.
Joey, it's important that the listeners know that we are bearing the cost of the podcast tariffs. So
Yes,
we're not going to pass that on to the consumers.
every bit and byte that crosses the borders and comes back, we got to pay. We got to pay. Well, sometimes 15%. It's a
bit.
beautiful.
We gotta pay a
15%,
bit.
but it's a bit per byte is the cost. So, all right, guys. Well, this is the season is not started just yet, of course, but over the summer, at some point, at a semi-random time, I think it's not scheduled, right? The schedule. There's no set date. I feel like
the schedule release. I don't know.
I think that the schedule cannot be scheduled.
When
so
we start doing a podcast about when they schedule the schedule release, then it's probably time to hang it up.
that's too far down the rabbit hole. But after the schedule gets released, the whole NBA schedule comes out, we go into a deep dive, and by we, I mostly mean Jason, who is our schedule expert. And I think you minored to that in college, right?
Yeah, I'm a shed spurt.
Shed spurt. So the schedule's out. Jason, have you had time to find the what we've come up with some names for these? There was the Death March a couple years ago.
Yeah.
The December to Remember.
Mm-hmm. The Beware.
The non-dairy January.
Well,
so what are you seeing for this upcoming season?
It's interesting, and we'll get into it. It's one of the weirder schedules I think I've seen. As weird as you can get with the limitations of playing 82 games, and you have to play pretty much the same teams every year. But yeah, so this is the little nugget that the NBA drops between the draft and beginning of the season. Hope springs eternal at this time, so you can envision how well your team will do. I did my breakdown. I first just sort of scrolled through the schedule and maybe it was my state of mind given our point guard superstars lack of availability. But I was like, this is a hard schedule. I think last year we thought it was a cake schedule, and we were kind of right about that ish. this one I thought was pretty hard. So the way I usually do this breakdown, start out looking at back-to-backs. Only 13 this year, which is nice. Most of them are either home-home or away-away, which is something that will become a theme throughout this podcast. So used to look at 4 games in 5 nights and 5 and 7, but those don't exist anymore. So that's kind of nice.
Nice.
And then I look at road trips. So by my count, and Colson always catches one that I missed. So there are 5 road trips this year of at least 3 games. The first is sort of basically right at the beginning of the season. We do at Memphis, at Minnesota, at Dallas. Then we do a West Coast swing in November. Denver, Golden State, Utah, Phoenix. And then we do what I think is one of the toughest stretches of the season, a road trip in mid to end of January, where we go at Detroit, at Philly, at Boston, at OKC, and at Atlanta, which is pretty tough. Then we do February. Spanning the All-Star break, we have a 6-game road trip against all Eastern Conference teams, which is just strange. And then in March, we have our last West Coast swing, playing the Clippers, the Lakers, the Blazers, in Sacramento. And now, of course, since COVID, now there's this new wrinkle that there are these big, long homestands of at least 3 games. And by my count, I have 6 of those for the Pacers this year. 2 in November, 1 in January, 1 spanning the end of January and end of February, 1 at the end of February going into March, and then a final one in in March, towards the end of March. Before I go on to my next section, Colson, did I miss any of those? Is that...
If you're doing 3 games as a road trip, then the 1st of April, it's at Chicago, at Charlotte, and at Cleveland.
Oh man, I missed one. I knew it. I always miss one. Oh yeah, yep. There it is. I see it. Okay. So 6 of those. So then the weirdest quirk to this schedule, to me, is from about January 10th until March 10th, we sort of flip-flop these home and road stands of at least 4 games. So we have a 4-game home stand, a 4-game road swing, 4-game home stand, 6-game road swing, but the All-Star break is in the middle of that. 4-game home stand, 4-game road swing, which is, I've never ever seen that before. It's just a weird thing. I don't know if it's good or bad. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it'll be interesting. I think long homestands should be good. Road's always going to be tough. Maybe you can get into some kind of groove playing on the road. It's one of those things that I feel like it probably comes down to timing. If you're playing well when you hit the road trip, it's probably fine. If you're already playing like crap coming out of your homestand, then it's going to be brutal trying to get back. And you got 3-4 games you're staring down the muzzle of. But whatever. These guys are pros. That it probably doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things, but I would think that longer stretches of being at home would be preferable, even if you got to pay for it with the long road trips.
I agree. You get more practice time that way, I think.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Joey.
That's true. I feel like you might be able to get more of a rhythm, instead of going back, going out, coming back home, and when that the next night you're just going on to the next city. It's kind of a little bit more predictable and more of the same than going back and forth all the time. But
maybe you're hey, I know my bags are packed.
Yeah, your bags. Yeah, exactly. Your bags are packed. Like you just keep going. So just you got to make sure you bring enough underwear, and you'll be fine.
Sure. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think though you're right though. After that back, big stretch of home and then away. I think it gets real discombobulated with the home and aways happen so quickly. So like you stop running out of stands, and it's like, so mid-March you're Phoenix, New York at your house, no big deal. Then you're at Milwaukee, at New York, but then you're home to Portland. Then you're at San Antonio and at Orlando. Like you're just really far apart when you're traveling. So I just think that like these road trips suddenly aren't just about being on the road; they're about spanning the entire country, which could be really rough.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I hadn't done my calculus as to numbers of miles traveled, but yeah, I'm sure there's some funky ones in there. And then so as far as, I kind of look at what the tough stretches are. Joey, you alluded to the death march and whatnot. And so I came up with 3 relatively tough stretches. So I think actually the beginning of the season is super tough. So we open the season hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are the reigning champions, if you hadn't noticed. And then we go on this 3-game road swing. Memphis, Minnesota, that's a back-to-back. And then at Dallas. Then we come home to play Atlanta, Golden State, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn. So there's an easy one. But then go back out on the road to play Denver, Golden State, Utah, and Phoenix. Probably won't be good, but I mean that's a pretty tough 12-game stretch to start the season there. Depending on how good you think, Golden State and Atlanta will be, I guess, and Memphis if you care about Memphis. But so that's the first one, and then the second one sort of goes over the new year. So starting on the 18th of December. This is another time, Colson, where we're bouncing back and forth. So it's home to the Knicks, at the Pelicans, at the Celtics, home to Milwaukee, which is a back-to-back, and then home to Boston, at Miami, which is another back-to-back, at Houston, home to Orlando, who I think is going to be really good, home to San Antonio, then at Orlando, and then home to Cleveland before it starts to lighten up a little
That's
bit.
a lot of ping-ponging all over the country.
It's a lot of going back and forth, and it's a lot of tough teams, to be frank.
Yeah.
And then
Jason,
go ahead.
very quickly here. Sorry, I did find an estimate on the number of miles the team will fly this year. It's 36,000 miles,
Wow.
and apparently league average is like 42,000. So we are.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're in the
Right
middle of the
country.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
highest projected travel this season is going to be 55,000 miles
Whoa.
for Orlando.
Orlando.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
going to guess Portland. but-
Tucked down in the corner there. Well, Portland's 2 or 3.
Yeah, I get it. Exactly.
Okay.
Wild. And then the other one, there's one of these road trips, which I mentioned before, I think. Is that right? Yeah. In January. This at Detroit, who's going to be a beast. At Philly, question mark, I guess. But at Boston, who will be tough. At OKC and at Atlanta. And I think a lot of people think Atlanta is going to be really good this year. So that's a doozy of a trip in mid-January. At a time when you're already looking forward to the All-Star break.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. But, that works both ways. Other teams will be looking forward to.
True.
I'm hoping we can get a good start out of the gate. I mean, obviously you don't want to be starting the season without your best players, superstar, team leader, straw that stirs the drink.
Sure.
Put whatever.
minus for us.
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
minus for a team. But
And you're putting in a new center after having the same starting center for 8 years or whatever.
right, exactly. But the good news is that there's less film on that. Right? I mean, 2
That's
years
true.
ago, we were able to surprise a lot of people and won a lot more games than maybe people expected us to because it just wasn't on film yet. And while teams are going to have a better idea going into this season what to expect from the Pacers than previously, this team works really hard in the offseason, and maybe teams will overlook us a little bit, given that we're a little bit handicapped to begin with, and maybe we can steal a few early ones. We get an October surprise out of it.
I would love that, because I do feel I picked the exact same section as you, Jason, on tough. Those first 12 games are a beast. I also picked the last 22 games as a rough section.
It's not a stretch
at that point, or it's more than a quarter of the season.
It's pretty rough.
Basketball's hard.
So I just
rattle off all 22 for us.
No. I just, for me, it's just there's no rhythm. I was talking about all that travel back and forth, and it's not all that all the teams are really that hard, but like, you do have the a West Coast string in there. Basically, March and April, the end of the season is tough. Yeah. And so I don't have a clever name for any of these months, Joey, but I am calling this the s'more season, because it's crunchy and tough on the outsides, kind of soft in the middle.
Okay.
I think November through mid-January is fine. It's doable. I think we're going to win some games. It's just, I think I'm worried about how the season starts. You're right, Harper. Maybe nobody's got tape on a Nimhard run team, right? We'll see how it goes. But also, we don't know what that looks like either. So as a team, so I think there'll be some adjustments, and hopefully by the end of the season, we'll have a good rhythm, and the last month and a half won't be as daunting as I think it is. But in my mind, tough on the beginning and the end.
Mm-hmm. So I've got this for, if we can go 500 in April, we're going to call it the Stay Still April. Okay. I also looked it up. There's like nothing that rhymes with April.
Stapril.
Options are
the Stay Still April.
Stapril.
Yeah. Stapril. There's not much, so
Fair enough.
that's why.
And then, of course, keen listeners of the show will notice we haven't listed all 82 games because we don't know all 82 games yet, right? So that it's doing the Emirates NBA Cup again. This year we are in a group with Atlanta, Cleveland, Toronto, and Washington. Play those games on Halloween, November 21st, the 26th, and the 28th.
Yeah, so how do we feel about this huge gap? You play a cup game on Halloween, and then there's like a month till your next cup game.
It is kind of weird, yeah. And then so we'll have 2 additional games either on the 9th or the 10th, and then on the 13th, I believe, of December. That is, but it all depends on where we are in the cup and who we play, basically.
And hopefully we'll play extra games because we're winning the cup or whatever, right? We're going to Vegas.
Right. Well, the only way we'd play an extra game is if we made it to the title.
Yeah. So we're hoping for 83 games this year.
Right. Sure. Why not?
The other thing, we did get the early day game on December 31st, like we always ask for. So baby races, hopefully.
Yeah. Versus Orlando at home.
Right?
Nice.
Love it. Speaking of that,
Wasn't
you saw the baby race where the baby just stood up and took her first steps.
That's what I was going to talk to you about.
Yeah.
It was a WNBA game. Baby takes their first steps, so they say, during the baby race, and basically just runs and wins, which was. How do you feel about that? I mean,
absolutely incredible. I know it breaks the rules. I know that's not the spirit of the game. We all got to crawl to win this thing. You should be disqualified, but it was such a great moment. I'm glad the baby got the trophy. First steps on the court.
Yeah, everything
So
that kid
they
does for
did
the
not
rest of its
DQ.
life is going to be a letdown. It just got cheered wildly by 30,000 people
For first
walking.
steps.
It'll be tough. It'll be tough from here.
Yeah, baby starts. I don't know. What do you do after that? You first words. What? Nothing here. Nothing.
Nobody's cheering me on.
We got some nationally
and then,
televised games, do we?
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't
Not
actually look at
much.
that.
So our first game is on ESPN. It's, of course, the rematch of the finals. We play OKC at our house on October 23rd. That is our only ESPN game all season. I think they got the notice that Halliburton's out for the year. We only have 9 nationally televised games,
No respect.
and most of them are on like streaming, like Paramount Plus and stuff like. So, like, we didn't even. I don't think we
Not
have
even
a.
NBA TV.
Yeah.
No.
And is TNT have one more year? Or are they done?
They're done.
TNT, bye-bye.
Okay. So we will be on NBC, maybe. I think it's just on the streaming app though.
Yeah, other than the April 7th game versus Minnesota, which is slated to be on NBC, it looks like 4 Prime Video games and
Prime Video.
Tuesday night NBC game.
Tuesday
everybody's
night.
been holding out for that Pacers Timberwolves matchup. They were had their fingers crossed for the finals and got robbed.
So then the other thing I look at, of course, is potential Undebeatacons. We always like to try to go see a game if we can. Tough sledding this year, I'll tell you, looking at the schedule. But here's a few options. So November 8th and 9th, we're at Denver at Golden State. That's a tough back-to-back for the players. It's a tough back-to-back to watch, to get through as well. January 16th and 17th, hosting the Pellies, and then at Detroit. That's a road trip in the Midwest in the middle of winter.
Yeah, we'd have to go to
Sure.
and we'd have to go to Detroit.
Right. How about a midweek, February 10th and 11th? I think it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, or something. Knicks and Nets in New York.
Oh, just hang out in New York.
Or
Or the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
yeah,
February 19th and 20th, they play a back-to-back at Washington.
yeah.
So we could
It's gonna be
everybody come here.
fun to
Crash
sweep
it on
two
your.
in the district.
And then, of course, we could just go to watch the Lakers play or something like that in LA. Friday night game. But, yeah.
Yeah, March 4th and March 6th, we got the Clippers Lakers.
Right.
Sounds warmer than
Does.
the rest of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we got to burn through the warm weather cities
Early.
Yeah. Yeah. We could yeah, those are definitely the best ones.
But yeah, I'm probably going to be, if it's not an Undebeatacon, I'm probably still going to be in your basement for those.
Perfect. Back to back.
Those
We're gonna
DC
pull
games,
back to
yeah.
back. I love it.
All right, so soft in the middle now. Why is my
Why is the rest of my life is so hard?
so hard?
Yeah. So, did you go game by game? It sounds like you didn't go game by game.
I didn't go
Yeah,
game by
right.
game. I did not. I just got a feeling. Just got a sense. This feels like a 45 win season right here.
It's very optimistic.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm telling you, middle soft. It's just the tough 22 game finish.
So no Halliburton, no Turner, -5
No Turner.
games.
That's right. That's
Okay.
it. That's all. That's all we.
All right, hey.
I mean,
I'm glad you got over the Miles Turner thing quick.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that this team has finals experience, right? Like we're not messing around anymore. We got all the seasoning we need. This is going to be like whatever cake. we know the intensity level to play with to win games now.
A well-seasoned cake.
Yeah, very well seasoned. So salty.
You guys saw on Slack that Halliburton's able to wear 2 shoes now?
I did. I was very happy for him.
Old Hallie Two Shoes, they called him.
That's
Yep.
right.
Don't know why they called him that last year, but whatever.
He was wearing 2 shoes, so I think that's why.
He was. It's hard to argue. So 45 wins. Any other early season predictions? Jason, did you get a feeling in your gut?
Well, no, other than, I think I haven't done a deep dive into sort of thinking about how teams are going to be this year, but in general, the East is very soft, so it makes it, there's not a lot of stretches where there's not at least a game here or there where you're playing like a Chicago or a Toronto or one of those teams, so breaks it up kind of nicely, I guess.
Yeah, Boston traded away all their players. Milwaukee doesn't have a point guard anymore. We already can beat the shit out of Cleveland and New York because we proved it in the playoffs. So, I'm not afraid of anybody in the East.
We did have other players, though, at that time.
Yeah, we're just down 2 guys. Come on.
Yeah. It's just 40% of our starting lineup.
I remain
Plus, it's all about
unafraid.
the mentals. Those guys,
That's right.
every time they step on the floor, people are just going to be worried that we're going to come back in the fourth quarter
That's right.
in every game.
Neesmith's going to have 6 3-pointers in the last 30 seconds of the game or whatever.
Yes.
I think NBC is going to rue the day that they didn't put us on more national televised games.
Yeah.
I think that's my prediction.
Or
It will rue it.
they might just do it.
Yeah,
I see. They could
just
pivot.
You think NBA TV is going to get rich this year, right? Or League Pass.
League Pass.
League Pass.
And
is
Prime
gonna be the
Video.
hottest thing.
Bezos
And
can
Prime Video.
finally afford something nice.
Finally. He can finally buy a yacht for his yacht,
That's right.
So am I going to need to get like a Peacock subscription? I guess we have 1 game for Peacock. But
I think you could probably just go to the bar for that one.
League Pass a little bit. What's that?
You could go to the bar for that one, probably.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But if they're on League Pass, do they still get televised there, or?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Why are they all Monday
Well,
games?
not.
No, I would have to watch it on the national TV.
I don't like going to the
Okay.
bars
So, like, if
on
it's
Monday
a-
night.
Right. Yeah, you're right. So they do. If they're on national TV, they get blacked out. Right. You have to wait
Correct.
36 hours or something to watch it.
Yeah. The Prime Video games are Friday night games, so
Okay.
you can get some free shipping. Watch Little Pacers.
You still got to pay for the free shipping.
Well, you pay for Prime for the month, then you turn it
Prime
off.
Video too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, don't
Buy
we
it
get a
once.
kickback if you buy something on the shipping? Do we get a kickback if you watch a Pacer game on Prime Video?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool.
That's probably how that works.
Yeah, let's set that
Bezos
up.
got his yacht because he was giving us money.
Yeah, Colson explained the business plan to him, and he said, "Oh, profits, huh? Okay." There you go. All right, that's all I got for the schedule. It's gonna be a schedule. We're gonna play some games.
Should we get into streaming?
I thought we were on YouTube.
Aren't we doing that now? We're like on the Discord.
No, I mean like broadcasting NBA games.
Ah, that's
A new app.
seems like a lot of overhead. I don't know.
I think the name HBO Max has opened up. If we want to take that one,
Okay. So do we have to bid on the games with
Man, I don't know. You're our business guy.
We'll just show up at the next
I'm the
CBA
idea
and see
guy.
what's what.
I'll put in some calls.
Yeah, but they
call
just signed
Chris
like
Paul.
a 10-year deal. So we got 10 years to get ourselves positioned to bid on some games. 10 years.
And we'll live stream them on our podcast and our YouTube channel. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just text Colson if you want to watch the game, and then
Think of all the money we'll
Question
save
mark,
on announcers.
question
We
mark,
can call it
question
ourselves. I mean,
True.
Yeah.
it's like free. It's almost free.
It's almost free.
know
We're
why
probably
I'm
only going to have to
doing
bid a couple billion.
Yeah,
We got 10 years to save up,
could.
though.
exactly.
the internet may not exist in 10 years. I don't know. So maybe we could have whatever exists.
Invest
internet
heavily in some magnetic
for-
tapes.
Yeah, magnetic tapes, unless the EMPs take care of that. I don't know. So, Colson, you're big into like the dystopian future, right? Like, how do they watch basketball in like the Terminator movies?
I think you have to befriend an AI robot, and then he'll show it to you on
That's
his...
your answer for everything.
I think he'll have it in his brain or whatever. He can show it on his chest or something. I don't know.
All right.
Just remember to be nice to the AI robots, and everything will be fine.
Yep.
Otherwise, they'll take away the basketball.
That's right. That's right.
Can't have that. All right, team. Well, I'm excited to see what happens this next year. It's as we talked about. There's 2 new starters. I think they did say Mathurin has the job to lose. Was what Carlisle had said. So Benedict Mathurin will be, assuming he will be one of those starters. And then is Isaiah Jackson the center?
I think that's a total toss-up.
Total toss-up. All right. Well,
Yeah, I think they're going to decide that in training camp.
okay.
And it'll
All right,
probably
well,
be
we'll see
3,
how this plays
if
out.
not 4 people throughout the season.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, it's going to be fun to see how this plays out. See how this team reacts to the adversity after an incredibly successful season. And speaking of that, we will be back with you the next show, wrapping up the previous season. Normally we do that. I think the season had gone very long, which is not something we had to deal with so much in a good way. But we'll talk about a little recap of the 2024-2025 season, and we'll be doing that next show. We have a whole formula. We've got awards to hand out that have been gathering dust. We'll be back with you soon, and we'll be getting ready for the upcoming season here pretty soon, and resuming our regularly scheduled program. But until then, you can hit us up on social media. We are on Facebook.com/Undebeatables. We're on theundebeatables.com. There's also a contact form there. You can use that to send us a message. Email, shout out at theundebeatables.com, and the website /store for merch.
For the architect Danny Walsh and our once and always Hall of Fame coach, Bobby 600, turn out the lights, the party's over.
Music to my ears. Been too long since I heard that.
It's been too long. Brooklyn's
love the finals.
Brooklyn's gonna be trash, right? Okay.
I would assume so.
Okay. Yeah, I think Slick liked. I think he likes winning. He's a big fan of winning.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's in the rafters.
Yeah. A lot of boom babies.
Now, what do we get? Oh, what do we get now? Sweet Baby, is that...
We have something different? Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's like his call. It's like Sweet... I think it's Sweet Baby. I don't know. No. Hasn't quite grown on me just yet.
Sweet Baby James? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know. He's workshopping it, I guess, so...
Been unpacking and finding stuff, and this is now back on the recording desk.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Market Slick bobbleheads.
Do you remember when I got
Package
that?
deal.
That was the that was trivia night at Buffalo Wild Wings downtown, and they were allowed to pick your prize. Our team won, and I was like, yoink.
It's a good prize.
Yeah, thanks for winning for me. I'm sure I didn't answer anything right.
You are good. You have a very specific set of skills.
Yeah.
Like, I remember years ago being at your place, and I was like, who was a defensive player of the year in 1984? And you got almost all of those right. You had that, like, basketball almanac thing.
Yeah, and I used to just read that when I went to, on my way
And I
to
would
sleep.
just pick out random things and quiz you, and you got most of them right.
Yeah. That's why I was real upset at Mike's game during the
Completely
bachelor party.
completed trivia game.
That was rough.
But it was rigged, right?
It was rigged. There's a lot of ABA questions that I was unaware of.